This report brought to you by the Richmond Club, where investors and high-growth companies meet.
I'm Kerry Solomon on location for the Richmond Report, and joining me today is the Chairman of Generation Mining, Kerry Knoll. Kerry, welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to dive straight into it. Tell us about Generation Mining.
Generation Mining is a new startup. It's a junior mining company. The concept behind the company is that we want to generate some new mining projects.
Okay. And of course your background is very relevant when it comes to this interview. Tell us about yourself and your background.
I've been in the mining business for almost 40 years, and over that time I've started several mining companies, mostly with a partner, some on my own. Virtually all of those companies have been successful in that they were able to get a mine into production. That's something that's very rare in the junior mining industry. Generation Mining is our latest concept to do the same thing. We have projects across Canada. We like to stick to Canada, safe jurisdictions. We are sticking with base metals. We find gold is just a little bit too difficult. So sticking with gold, or sticking with base metals, sticking with Canada, and trying to generate the next mine to be built in Canada.
And of course it's a very contentious time in the markets right now. Why should investors be looking at your stock?
Well, if you want to invest in any industry, the time to invest in it is when things aren't going well. Because everything is cyclical. Mining especially. Mining's been cyclical for more than 100 years. It goes up and it goes down. Right now, a company like ours, it's a screaming buy time. The reason is we've got a market cap of under $5 million. We've got over $3 million in cash and marketable securities in the company. And so we've got an enterprise value of well under $2 million. And that tells you it's a good time to buy. The projects we have had more than $100 million spent on them. So it tells you what the value is, and when the time is to get into the mining industry is a time when nobody else likes it.
Right. Why is your company undervalued at this point?
Largely because of three reasons, I would say. One being that we're new. We haven't really told the story. We're at the really ground floor of developing the company. We only started trading about 6 months ago. Number two is the industry itself is not doing well, which is kind of odd because the prices of the commodities are, while not great, they're not too bad. And normally when that's happening, the mining industry is not doing too bad. But what happens is, in the mining industry being a bit speculative, you've got a lot of competition from the blockchains and the marijuana stocks and some of the tech stocks and some of the medical stocks. So you've got a lot of competition for that speculative dollar right now.
Right. Kerry Knoll, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I've been speaking with the Chairman of Generation Mining, Kerry Knoll. For the Richmond Report, I'm Kerry Solomon.
This report brought to you by the Richmond Club, where investors and high-growth companies meet.